Hello friends, we are going to make over this big board here. I'm going to put some cows on there. So I'm going to tell you what I've gone ahead and done. I did prime over it since I had used it before to make it have all the same texture and color. And then I've gone over that with the Cream Puff by Paint Pixie. And so we're going to start on this. We're going to do the chip method on it, the chippy method. I'm going to be using a palette knife, and I'm going to be using the glazed donut. And I've got several things in my house this color, so this will blend and match it. So you just want to take your paint on the back, and you're just going to take it on the edges. Excuse my voice. I'm just going to put a little bit on the edges, just like that, each of these edges. Not too much. And you're just going to start there, putting it on the edge. I'm going to start right here. This was a big board that I found on clearance at Hobby Lobby, and I believe it was from fall. A bit more than you intended. It's not going to hurt a thing. Then you're going to take what's on the back of your knife, and you're just going to scrape it against the wood. You'll need a little bit more. I'm going to go back into some I've taken off, and we're going to put a little bit more in there. We'll let that kind of dry, and then we'll probably add some more. Okay, same thing on these sides. Just want to add some paint on there. We'll do the entire board this same chip method. So you see I'm just scraping some off. You've also got a little bit on this side. You can take a little bit off and just kind of scrape that on there as well. You can do the sides of the board too. I'm just going to go, got a little much there, but it's something that you can paint over or spread out, either one. If you don't like the way it looks, just paint over it. It's just paint. Now print, I've got 2 cows prints. This is one of them. Let me see where our hook is. Okay, let me put it the other direction. This is one. I did this myself. It kind of is going to go in the middle, so it's going to leave a little space here and there. I'm going to try to get it kind of in the middle, so I'm going to turn this way a little bit. Kind of get it in the middle. And I am good with that. I just tore it. Let's kind of see if we're close to our edging here. It's going to be 1 and yes, pretty close. I do have my iron on. We can use the iron. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my force field. This is from Paint Pixie. It's a sealer. It's also a decoupage medium. So you can use this for your decoupage medium. Now I'm just going to put this under here. A little extra. Quite good enough. Okay. I know about where I want it. I'm going to give that a little bit of a dry and then iron it. And that's going to take out some little wrinkles. And it's okay if you seal the whole thing. Not going to hurt a bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and give the whole thing a seal. We're going to dry it. I'm going to dry on those edges where we think we might put those checks. You don't want it real wet when you put your print down because it can put watermarks on your print. So I do dry it just a little bit, just a little tacky dry, and then I'm going to iron it, and that's going to reactivate our glue. Let's see if we can line it up again, get it pretty close, pretty close. There it is. Yeah, it's pretty close, pretty close. Might need just a tad. All right, now I'm gonna get my parchment paper. I'm just gonna get an iron over this. Starting in your middle, and then you're gonna push out. And the iron heat is gonna reactivate that glue. This is the easiest way to keep your wrinkles out. Now, okay, we got the cows down on this side. That looks good. I'm going to grab some off. I'm just going to scrape this side. Just get you a little bit at a time. Just give it a little scrape. You want to use very little paint because you don't want it to have too much paint and make big old globs like I made a little error over there. It's still going to be okay. Okay, that side looks good. Let's go ahead and do this other side. I'm going to turn this back around. Make it a little bit easier. Make it easy on yourself. There's a little, I got a little bit too much right in there, but I'm okay with it. I can always go back over with a little bit of paint, or you can take one of your wipes and see if you can get it off before it completely dries. I'm going to take a little bit off there, and that's going to not have so much. You might smear just a little bit. I just kind of go ahead and take the whole thing pretty much now. That'll give it a little, let that dry a minute because that probably needs to just be redone that way. So we're gonna let that dry. And see there's a little bit of watermark right here. And that's where I touched it with the, that wasn't dry under there. So it kind of left a little bit of a mark. We'll use some wax and we'll kind of fix that right there on that edge. Now, sometimes if you get a watermark and you've got a print that you can't reprint, you can go in with some of the colors that are in your background on that side and touch it up. And that's going to kind of blend that in. So you could take some of your blue that you have right here. Just find you some blues that you have. And take just a little dry brush. I'm just going to use the inside here. Let me grab a little dry brush. Got a little dry brush right here. I don't really like that one, so let me see if I've got a different one. I'm just going to take this one here. I'm not going to put any water on it. I'm just going to dry brush. Just going to take a little bit of that blue, and I'm just going to tap it in right there. And that's just blending it back in, and you won't even know it's there. Just looks like it's part of the sky there. But sometimes you will accidentally not let it dry good and have some of those watermarks. That way I fixed that. So you can just fix it with a little bit of paint and that'll work. Okay, let's get our other print on. I decided I was not feeling those checks on that. You may like it and you're welcome to do it. Now let's do this side, and then we'll come back with a little bit more of our paint. I'm going to put these on this side, and they'll fit in the same as the other. So let's go back to what size we did that one. Let's see if we can kind of match it up a little bit. It's right there. Okay. That's pretty close. That's on it. All right, we'll put our force field on this side. So I'm going to put that way up there where hopefully we don't get any on it. I might have got a little much much, so I'm just going to go ahead and just do this whole piece here. Just have that already sealed. Now, you can seal on top of it. This is in a place that might get something on it, but I don't always seal mine after. I just leave them like they are, unless I am selling it, and then I will seal it. Slide it back up again. These are some little brown and cream cows. I like both. I like the black and white, or the black and cream, and the black, excuse me, and the brown and cream. Excuse me as I've had a little bit of a cough. Okay, that worked. All right, let's put this one down. Let's hope we don't have any watermarks this time. And I think what happened before is my paper, I picked up on the edge and it accidentally got some of that wasn't quite dry and pulled it on my print. So I'm just going to be a little bit more careful this time. And it can happen in crafting. Don't sweat the small stuff. Just be careful when you're using liquids, because sometimes they can get on your prints. We've got that done now. That is looking cute. Love that. Now let's go ahead and do this side. We're going to go ahead and do our chip method on here. This is the easiest way to do the chip method. And there's a little bit of wetness right here. I'm going to dry those sides just a little bit. Take our paint again, and this is the glazed donut. Taking it again, and we're just going to just put a little bit on our sides here. You can do it either direction, up and down like this, or you can do it like this. Whichever one you like to do. And it's okay if you touch the edge of your paper with it as well. Put a little bit right here on this part. You still could go back if you want to add a stencil, or if you want to add the, and I might. Not sure. We are going to add some to our sides here as well. And I'm just going to do this side to show you. And I'm just going to do it like this. Same thing. I'm just going along the edges with what's on my palette knife. You can get these palette knives also from Paint Pixie if she's not sold out of them. Grab them before they get sold out. They're on a clearance. You can also use I have a code for you that I will put in the description for you to get 15% off of your paint order. Wax or the sealers. Anything that's on clearance, you would not be able to use it, but you can use it on the other items. And I will put that link and my code in there, and you will have to use my link to get it. Here I've got candy apple red and the chocolate souffle. And we're going to mix those together. And we're going to paint our little stars. So we're going to mix those two colors together because I want more of a country farmhouse red, barn red. So to get your barn red, you can mix red and brown. And you just put just a little bit of brown in it. Just a little bit of brown. I'll show you the difference in what it looks like when you mix those. Get a little bit more red paint in there. See, this was just our red, and then I mixed them, and I've got this country red. That's going to put you a little bit more of a darker red on there. And we're just going to use that to paint our stars up. They won't take long. You can also use a sponge if you want to. Instead of a brush, this will paint quickly. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and get these painted. If you like creating, I love to create all kinds of things. All kinds of looks, all kinds of styles. So these won't take long at all to get these painted up. Dry those and be ready to put those in the middle on that wood piece. And that just gave it some division between the two prints. Okay. Just a little bit right there. Right in there. Okay. Okay, and you want to use some good glue that's going to stick. I'm just going to use the B7000 and then a tad of hot glue. Hot glue is not going to hold metal very well, so you have to go ahead and give it a little extra something. Let's see, I don't think I used that side. There we go. Hopefully this glue is going to go ahead and come out tonight. Nice. Just like you would do your jewels. You can do the same thing with this metal. And let's grab hot tool. Let's grab our hot tool. Put just a tad of glue in the middle there. Just gonna put that in the very, very middle of our star. I thought that would give it a cute look. There we go. Hopefully that'll go ahead and hold. Now these kind of, sometimes when you get them, they are a little bit scraped off. You may have to re-rust them or put you a little bit of paint or something on there. So just know, Factory Direct is the name of the company that I get these from. That's going to give it a permanent, and this give it just a hold right now. Small ones, those big ones start getting real clogged up. You're not even half through it, and I just feel like it's a waste of money. I try to always give you some good budget tips, things that you can do to save some money or help you with your supplies. Okay, and that's what those look like. Aren't those cute? Let's see if we can get those on here. And I think they'll match these cows really well. So let's see. Let's put this one here. We'll kind of make sure that we have them where we want them. And I just put that. Okay, put that one right there on the top. You can always get those glue yuckies off. Put this one on the bottom. Right there. This is going to be a simple project today. Let me kind of look and make sure those look pretty good. I like it. So I will take a picture and post it. I think that turned out really cute. Just simple, but very cute. Make your own or find you some printables somewhere. Just make you something cute for your wall. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Thank you for subscribing and watching.